everyone, I am Mike of Mike Test Play, and welcome back to Pokemon Colosseum. Last time, we beat Firma and Wreath, and, kind of explored how we could have seen Evice coming. And this time, we're bringing the two Pokemon we snagged in Duel Square, at least at the start, and we're going to battle all 6 of the Duel Square trainers, because they have all upgraded. And, yeah, it's worth showing because they're all in their post-game forms now. They've all got Pokemon in their level 50s, and we want to share and show everything, so we are. Blue and Pearls won't be in the whole, I mean, we snagged them both here. It's just, we just want to show them off. But, Tickle? Okay, that does lower my attack and defense, and I am using a physical attack, so that will be relevant. Cool. Excellent. Blue's been dropped to -2 and already isn't the best physical attacker thanks to a minus attack nature. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, as we're in the post-game here, I know that this has been a slow start to the post-game. I'm fully acknowledging that. I just... showing everything means that sometimes stuff has to go a little slow. It's just kind of the nature of the beast of a full guide. And so, I want you to be able to know every little detail that's in this game, and there's so many little details in this game, and so it leads to stretches like the hey, Blue is actually learning new moves, Mist, which we're not going to use, and also Haze, which we're not going to use, but still learning new moves at level 61. Yeah. And so I acknowledge that showing Duel Square for the 3rd time, probably not the most exciting episode, but hey, maybe someone just wants to find out what these teams are so they can know who to grind against. If they want to do a little grinding, if they're finding that their team is a little out-leveled at this point, it can be useful. So that's been the philosophy kind of the entire time, is could this prove useful to someone who wants to play this game? Or interesting to those who have played this game and may have missed it. That's what most of the unique dialogue lines have been about, and the finding all the dialogue. So, that's what we're doing. And, I'm glad to be able to show it, because, yeah, almost no game I've ever played, very few games I've ever played have the level of detail that this game has. And so I like being able to show that off. And our team is also gaining very valuable experience along the way, by the way, because the tough battles are not over. Evice might have been the peak, but, there's still a few bosses left to go, including a couple who are real tough. So, not being Evice is not a knock on Pokemon trainers. So, oh no, you're not one of the absolute most difficult bosses the series has ever conceived. Still doesn't mean that they're going to be easy. And so our team can still definitely take advantage of some levels. So, I'll take it, basically. Yeah, I've run out of a lot to talk about because we've covered the vast majority of even the extra stuff that I wanted to talk about for this game, because we've been doing a lot. We basically just have post-game stuff to talk about now, and we're not technically starting the post-game story yet. We're just showing the things that the post-game have unlocked. And so Shadow Ball. Not that it matters. Psychic's just gonna blast them apart. It's interesting. It's been... I mean, I have been very much consumed by this game and its sequel for a long time now. Since well before the series began. Basically, actually, I've been working on it for, many months, then even years if you count a couple things, which I kind of do. And it's weird that I'm in the post-game of Colosseum now, because I'm still in research for the sequel game, and there's a game between this and the sequel game. There's going to be a Let's Play. It's going to be a lot short. It's going to be very short, probably the shortest one the channel has ever done. And the shortest Let's Play so far was 20 episodes. It was Kirby Star Allies way back in the beginning. And this one will almost certainly be shorter than that. That's kind of the plan. But like, I'm inching close to the end of Colosseum, and I am not ready to start the next series, like the next big series yet. So it's interesting. But as you may know, because I have not hidden it, I am way ahead still. I mean, I am recording this the weekend after episode 50 came out. Right? Alright. Let me check, because honestly, there's been a lot going on, and I am not completely sure. Yes, episode 50 came out, and this is episode 95. So I am still 9 weeks ahead in recording, which is nice. You know what? Yeah, you've got the poor special defense and the good physical defense, so yeah. Yeah, so it's, I'm still way ahead, but I need to maintain as much of that lead as I can, because the next series has so many more things that I'll be doing off camera that I'll need, like, stretches where, all right, I need a week between these two episodes. Like, I've done that in this series several times, actually. With purifications, and there will be more like that in this series. I've got other times planned when I will need a week between episodes. It's just nature of the beast. Because we'll be doing all purifications. That's part of it. Purifying all 48 Shadow Pokemon. I don't know if I've said the 48 before, but we've got 42 so far. And there's 6 left. And, So, purifying all 48, we've got a good number purified already. We have everything up to Realgum Tower purified, and that is nice. But we're going to do the rest, and so there's going to be stretches of that off camera. Some of it will be on camera in ways. Obviously, we'll be doing the actual purifications on camera. And I'm not entirely sure when. I'm going to kind of try to sprinkle those between. But, we'll see. It's not going to be between this episode and the next that I do purifications, because I am fully aware that this video being, a less progress or unique one might not get as many views as others in the series. At least I think. I have no idea. I can never predict view counts. But gosh, hopefully by the time this video comes out, the game has come out on Switch too. I've been wondering about that, but maybe, hopefully not. Maybe I want the whole series out before that comes out. No, I don't. I want it out. Just please. But anyway, sorry, I am a little bit out of it at this point. I have been recording since episode 89, which was still in Mount Battle. So I've been doing a lot in this stretch. I wanted to get ahead. I had a good day to record. Tess and Lily went somewhere fun, and this is the last episode I'm doing today, because I learned throughout this series, these videos are not short. Our channel has always strived to make well-timed videos, and with this one, I always aimed for, 15 to 20 minutes. I basically never hit that. Most of the topics, I'm I'm trying to hit specific topics in specific episodes, so most of them are longer, and some of them are like, 45 to an hour almost, and many of the videos ahead will be long. So I learned throughout this series that doing more than 5 episodes at once is tricky for this. Even just doing 5 episodes can be really long. And so, I didn't have it was a weird stretch. End of the game with 3 areas of Mount Battle was always kind of on my calendar as this one will be tough. I knew that I would have to do something really long somewhere. So this was my long day, and 7 episodes, and that's pretty good. Gives me the 9-week lead back, and that's good. So as we continue just pummeling these, we're not trouncing these trainers because they are decent levels, and if you don't have good matchups, which I continue to just pick terribly against what these guys have, they can threaten your team. They're not gimmies. They weren't at the start of the game. They're not now. So there will be many more actually difficult battles to come, though. Post game will not be easy, even though our team is, again, very well positioned. I said in the Evice battle over and over, like, this is why I built this team, but if a team's really good against Evice, chances are they'll be really good against the rest of the game, too. So, it's fun. I've still got 2 battles left somehow. And I say as I'm only 12 minutes into the video. But still, it's because I keep having to heal because my team keeps getting beaten up. Let's just back to Shine. And hopefully Bay is a good matchup on some, like the normal type trainer. Couldn't have Bay around for that one. None of these trainers say anything new, by the way. Like, they don't have new dialogue that indicates, yes, it's post-game. Really? It's like I could Earthquake, but that'll hurt Shine. It's fine. You know what? It's worth it. Just to end the battle real fast. Shine can take it. And then we'll put my pearls back in this battle. Oh, no. Okay, so Shine would have been paralyzed anyway. So, wouldn't have been very helpful for the final battle. So that's all good, I guess. Oh, come on with the crit! Crit on my own teammate the one time I decided, I guess that's what I deserve. It's fine. Oh, watch, the last trainer is going to have, like, poison and fighting types as a specialty. Good. I don't remember. When I don't have the research in front of me, I'm just kind of a go-with-the-flow type of Pokemon battler. And, I've prided myself throughout this entire game on, hey, I could have the information, I provide it to you, but, I'm not going to use it. All right, last battle of the day, and okay, fine. You know what? I've got Thunderbolt. This will work. This is what the burnout sounds like. It's also that I don't know if this happens to other people. If I talk a lot, which, if you haven't noticed in these videos, I tend to talk a lot. When I talk a lot, my voice box literally gets sore and, like, starts hurting. And my throat gets a little dry, too. I drink water as much as I can between episodes. But, like, my voice box literally gets sore if I talk too much. And so that's what kind of happens. That's why I have to end recordings, even though, like, you know, you think, it hasn't been that long. You know, it's been like, what, 3 hours of recording so far? A little more. But with setup and stuff, it's actually significantly more. But, like, you'd think, oh, that's not too bad. But, like, my voice hurts right now. Like, my throat kind of hurts. Because my voice box is literally tired from talking so much. And I wonder if that happens to other people. Because, you know, so many people in their jobs, they literally talk like 8 hours a day. And for me, if I'm talking for like an hour straight, I'm like, and, you know, 3 hours straight, I'm really ing right now. But anyway, those are all of the Duel Square upgrades. And team got kind of damaged. Kind of self-damaged, in fairness. But yeah, that's kind of gonna do it for this part. So next episode, when we start up again on Monday, we will be delving into the real post game now. And we'll do that by starting the, you know, there is actually one piece of new dialogue left that doesn't start it, but it's in the same place as the one that does. So I figured it was a good spot. And I'm just gonna hide. Can we hide both? We can hide both. This is fantastic. This is how we're ending the episode. So thank you so much for watching. If you did watch this one. And next time we will be making actual story progress into the post-game with the first post-game story. So I hope to see you guys then. And have a great one. Bye.